you talk a fancy game, but it's really just slap it on Airbnb and make ridiculous margins on top of a property I've now worked hard to obtain.
Of course. Look, what I would say, that is definitely not the case, and I'll tell you why.
I would never say this. If the landlord's getting upset because he's saying, oh, this is my asset and you're just going to put it on Airbnb and make loads of money, that's not fair. I'd be like, yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I know. I mean, it's obviously more to it than that. We put it on dozens of online travel agents. But yeah, I mean, let me ask you a question. Why don't you just do it yourself? That's a curveball now. Because he's not expecting you to say it. So now you've spoken to a different part of his brain and he's like, why don't I do it myself? Because all the landlord wants to do is obviously make as much money as he can from his property, right? Generally speaking. And he wants to make sure that his property's kept in good repair. So when you throw that on him, then I was like, well, I might do it myself. I might. I said, okay, well, I'll tell you what, why don't we meet up? We'll have a coffee. We'll have a look around the property. And if we can end up doing a win-win situation where I can take your property on, I'll show you how it all works. I'll show you the full ins and outs of it. And you know what? Once you've seen it work on this property, do you have any other properties? Probably yes. I don't think you're ever going to go back to renting out properties the normal way again. So why don't we just have a coffee? I'll have a look around the property. We'll see if we can work something out and we'll take it from there. He's 9 times out of 10 going to say yes out of intrigue because you spoke to a different part of his brain. And then also, it's much easier to sell to somebody in person than it is when you just cold call them out the blue.